What's going on? Make sure my nose clean. Blow my nose. What's up, man? Subscribe to the channel right off the bat. I got 3 of these Scullies left. Only 3. The black ones are sold out. I'm not making no more. I got the gray. I got 3 gray ones left. So y'all better hurry up. All right, so look, man. Let me get y'all up out of there. Who's that right there? Hassan Nassar Obadiah. What up? What's up? What's going on? Hold on, y'all. Let me pay attention. I got to back up. We're going to do this live. We're going to really be live. I'm driving. Big Lou. Big Lou. All right, hold up. He's trying to back it in. Hold up, man. Let me come out first. Let me get out. Let me get out first. I got to be first. Always got to be in first place. Got to win all the time. Want to be the best. Don't want to never lose. All right, so look. Let me go up this way right here. So look, hit that like button and share this video. So look, to all my niggas with the wrench, anybody that got a wrench, if anybody say anything about me not having a seatbelt on, my Tej, hit him upside the head with the wrench. Give him 30-second timeout. Don't never question me about me not having no seatbelt on. I don't drive with no seatbelt. I ain't never drove with no seatbelt. The only time I drove with a seatbelt was when I went to get my license, my driver's test. That's the only time. As soon as they gave me my license, I never put a seatbelt back on. And ain't gonna put one on. I don't ride with no seatbelt. So anybody say anything about me riding with a seatbelt, y'all hit them upside the head with the wrench. Right off the top. Don't even wait. But look. It's okay. Mark Gill, all my members is in here. Anti-Bercio 973. Down there on Quincy. We down there on Quincy and Jackson. Hey, yo, Ant, man, I was running around Passaic before you was born, man. You understand? Parker Ave. Shout out to my Tej, Mark Gill, Big Lou, and all my members is in here, man. So look, join the channel membership too. If you want to get shouted out, join the channel membership. If you want to promote your business, join the channel membership. You want to promote your YouTube channel, join the channel membership. Do all that. So look, this for the cool niggas, man. This here for the cool niggas. For the hardcore niggas. So look, man, listen to me, man. Listen to me. If you like her, if you like that honey, man, listen, man. If you like her, you better show her and you better tell her. Slovenia, my nigga Tej in here from Slovenia. You better tell her and you better show her. You better express yourself. Don't be no dummy like I was. Don't be no fool like I was in my 20s. And I was listening to niggas in the barbershop and niggas on the corner that didn't have no girl. Check me out. See, part of being a man, to be a man, a goddamn man, is that you have to communicate and express yourself at all times with other men, with strangers, with family, with friends, with your lady, with your side piece, with your second side piece, with everybody. Communicate so that everybody know, you know, because I told you. Yes, I did. I told you. I expressed myself to you. You knew what I meant. You knew what I said. See, that's part of being a man. That seatbelt, but y'all hear that seatbelt sound? Watch it come back on again. Watch it come back on again. It can ring all day. I wouldn't dare put my seatbelt on because I don't wear no seatbelt. What was I saying? What was I saying? Y'all hear? That's telling me to put my seatbelt on. I wouldn't dare put my seatbelt on. I got gas in here. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Don't be dumb like I was. Don't be stupid like I was, right? And I lost a lot of good women. I lost a lot of good opportunities because I was trying to be cool, right? And trying to show her I really like the woman. I really like the girl. But I'm trying to act like I don't like her. How stupid is that? How dumb is that? To live like that. I like her. I really like her. I love her. But I'm scared to tell her. Right? And I'm faking and fronting and acting, trying to show her and act like I don't like her. How dumb is that, man? How dumb is that? I can't stand right there, say no standing anytime. And I lost a lot of girls, man. I lost a lot of girls, man, that liked me. That really liked me, right? And I like them, but I'm stupid. I'm being stupid, right? Because I'm living under a false pretense. I'm living under a false narrative, right? I'm trying to fake like I'm a pimp, right? Ain't no pimp, nowhere near being no pimp. I'm listening to niggas in the barbershop. I'm listening to niggas on the corner standing in front of the store. I'm listening to niggas in the pool room that ain't got no girl. I'm listening to niggas in the bullpen in jail talking about, man, don't you never show no girl that you like her, man. Don't you never do that shit, man. And they ain't got no girl. Right? But I'm so dumb, I'm so gullible. I'm listening to that. And I'm living my life by that. My man Ant say, but Sean, when you show too much interest, they pull away from you, they front, you taking advantage. I'm gonna get to that. Shout out to Ant, that's a great comment. I'm listening to niggas that ain't got no girl, ain't in no relationship, don't nobody want to be with them, but they look cool to me. They got fly clothes on, they got a fly car, they got fly gear, got gold chain on, fly. I'm listening to him because he look fly, but he ain't got nobody, ain't never had nobody. Check me out. Y'all got to hit that life button, man. Y'all got to hit that life button, man. Showing them coming out of school. Listen, man, what I learned. See, first of all, and Ant, this is where I'm gonna get to your question. My man Ant say, but Sean, When you show too much interest, they pull away from you, they front on you and take advantage. Well, look, let me say this here to you, man. I led off this discussion, Dolly Bear Fireside. Salute, Jersey. Dolly Bear Fireside. That's our first time on here. Move with willpower. I led off this discussion. What the first thing I told you? What's the first thing I told you? And what are we on this channel? We men, right? And you got to be a man, right? What the hell is that? Nigga car sound like a motorcycle. You got to be a man, right? Now, I have made this mistake. Me. I don't talk about you. I talk about my life, the mistakes I made. I talk in the first person. You understand? Matej, Modic, Slovenia. See, how can I say this, Sean? You be a man first, right? Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, Aunt. Hold that thought. So when I used to front, right? When I used to front, and I liked the honey, and the honey liked me, right? But I'm trying to act like I don't like her. I'm trying to be other than myself. I'm being fake in a real situation, in real life, right? And I'm scared to express myself. I'm scared to tell her. I'm scared to show her because on account of what some other dummies done told me, right? And guess what happened? Guess what happened? Another dude came along and he liked her too, and he told her and he showed her. And you know what she did to me after that? After he did it, not on the first time he told her, right? Because you got to be repetitive. You got to be consistent with showing them. He came along, the other dude came along. He had courage enough to tell her how he felt. He had courage enough to show her how he felt. And he was consistent and repetitive. And you know what happened? You know what she did? Do you know what she did to me? I'm going to tell you, she lost interest in me and gained interest in him. Right? Because he came along and he was telling her, man, baby, I like you. You understand? You look good. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I like you. And he showed her. Called her, left her voicemails, went to see her, all that. And then now I'm mad. And I got the puppy dog face, right? Because now I want to tell her. Now I want to express myself, how much I like her, how much, but it's too late. It's too late. Because a real man came along and did what he had to do. Now, the thing is this, Aunt. See, you got to be a man. You got to be a man, right? You tell a woman, she's a woman, I'm a man. I'm the dominant gene. I'm the dominant gene. She's the recessive gene. I'm the dominant gene. And when I express myself to her and when I tell her where I'm at, yo, check this out, man. Man, I like you, man. You see it. You see I call you all day. I text you all day. I call. You understand? When I tell her, I put that in her dome. I communicate it. I tell her. So now she know. And that's in her brain. I'm up in her brain now. I'm in her dome strong. I'm in her dome strong. But I don't turn into Chump Willie. Right? I don't turn into Chump Willie. You understand? And go to bringing her flowers and, you know what I'm saying, being all goo-goo eyed and ooh. I still carry on with my affairs as a man in my life. I still run my business. I still take care of my son. I still do the things that make me a man, and I stay a man. I start a man and I stay a man. And that's what attracts a woman to you when she sees your manliness. Because she loved that. She loved that. She need that. She's attracted to that. Right? When I said you express yourself to her, but you still carry on with your life and you still keep your pimp boots on. Even though you like her, even though you love her, you still keep your pimp boots on. Now, the pimp boots is the mentality that you always let her know that you a man, right? And, you know, you stay a man, right? You don't go for no nonsense, even though you like her, even though you tell, you still don't go for no nonsense. That don't mean because I tell you that I like you and I show you that I like you, that don't mean anything goes. You got free reign to treat me any kind of way and talk to me any kind. No, I still got to remain a man, right? And let it be known that's who I am, right? And that's how you win. That's how you win. And in the beginning, you may have to chase her. You may have to chase her down. You may have to chase her down, right? Until you can subdue her. Until you can subdue her mentally, spiritually, and physically. Right? And you'll know, you know what I'm saying? But like what you saying, if she ain't showing no interest in you, then you have to see that too. And you have to accept that hey, she just not feeling me. You understand? And that's all right too. But let me tell you something, man. Most women are so insecure as women. A lot of them don't think they pretty enough. A lot of them don't think they butt big enough, or they think they butt is too big. They titties not big enough. They titties too big. They don't like their hair. They don't like their face. You know, they so insecure, right? That when you come along as a man and you give her the vote of confidence that, yo, I like you just like that. I like you. That's what she's looking for, right? That makes her feel great when you come along and tell her that you like her. You understand? And let me tell you something, man. Now, if, like, when I was younger, right? When I was a younger man, I would fuck anything. Any woman. I fuck anybody. Any woman. No men, only women. I like women. I'm not a gay man. When I was a younger man, I would fuck any woman. Anything. Right? And it didn't matter if she was, a floozy or whatever, church girl or whatever, corporate girl, street girl, it didn't matter. Now, what I'm speaking about now in this particular video is a decent girl, man. And there are decent girls out here. Now, if you've been brainwashed and you've had the YouTube anesthesia and you've had the Instagram anesthesia and you've had the Facebook anesthesia shot in your brain to think that these women you see on social media is who I'm speaking of, that is not who I'm speaking of. I'm speaking about a decent girl, and there are decent girls out here that got jobs and they go to work and they got principles, right? They have values. You understand? And they done dealt with some sucker ass niggas they whole life. They've dealt with dudes that lie to them. They've dealt with dudes that beat them up. They've dealt with dudes that have mustaches and beards, but they little boys in the mind. Woo! Woo! They've dealt with men. They've dealt with males with mustaches and beards, with gray hair in them. But in the minds, they still little boys. And see, especially a woman that done dealt with some liars, if you run up on a good girl, in her last relationship, the nigga was lying to her, and, you come along Yo, what's up, man? Where you hat at?
Huh?
Where you hat?
It's inside my book bag.
Everything cool?
Yeah.
Anybody was fucking with you at school?
No.
Who was that right there?
Audio.
Oh, what's up?
What's up?
If she been dealing with dudes
I got both the pics.
that's been lying to her, treating her bad, and then you come along with that raw honesty, with that butt naked truth, you come along with that fanatical honesty, man, that rigorous honesty, she gonna fall in love with you. First, she not gonna believe you because she used to dealing with liars, deceivers, and manipulators. So when you come along with that dead truth and you speaking it and you looking dead in her eye when you telling her stuff, she gonna say, this nigga, he full of shit. He's a liar, he playing. But you keep on with your program. You don't let up on your setup and you stay true to the honesty. And pretty soon, it's gonna bear itself out that this is really who you are. And she'll fall in love with you for that alone, just for being honest, right? And listen, It's still some good girls out here, man. I'm not talking about no social media honeys, man. And uh these little dummies on YouTube. You understand? These little dummies on YouTube and Instagram. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them. Yo, Sean, you was at the payphone trying to call Shorty back at the payphone. The payphone back in the day at the payphone. There go the cops right there. I gotta put my phone down. 5-0 right there. There go 5-0. Hold up. 5-0 right here. There go 5-0. All right. Listen. There's girls out here. There's women out here. And some of them don't got no kids. You probably not gonna find no virgin. You probably not gonna find no virgin unless, you know, you in your 20s and she in her 20s. But when you in your 20s, I don't even think as men it's even proper to even try to settle down with a honey at that age. But that's me. You do what you want to do. I don't care what you do. But you can find a girl out here, man, that has a full-time job. She has her own place. She got her own car. And she live alone. She take care of her business. Man. And you got to check her honesty. Make sure she ain't no liar. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she right and exact. And this all comes through observing her while she's observing you over months. Lawrence Thomas, thank you for always giving us the content. I greatly appreciate it. Be great. You know, you observe her and she observing you. And you can find a good girl, man. You can find a good girl out here, man. Right? That's going to be straight with you. And see, this is the most important thing, man. This is where I'm going with this. This is where I'm going with this. And if you telling me and you saying to yourself, yo, all these women out here, they all thoughts and they all, you know what I'm saying? They dealing with this nigga, they deal with that nigga, they got 3-4 niggas, they you fishing in the wrong pond, man. You gotta reel in your hook and take your fishing pole and go fish in another pond. You fishing in the wrong body of water. You understand? You gotta fish in the body of water where the good girls at. You understand? Pick your head, cause you're gonna yeah. You not gonna let them cut it on the top or no?
No.
Cause you gonna braid it?
Don't. No.
All right.
Nothing.
All right.
Not
All right.
one
Well, you
foot.
tell them to fade that shit on the side. Say what's up to the people, man.
Sup.
You fishing in the wrong pond, right? Like when I was in my 20s and I was living in Atlanta, right? When I was going to Morris Brown College, I was living in Atlanta. I was 19 years old, 20, 21, 22. And I used to go to Club 112. I used to go to Club 112. Remember that group 112 out of Atlanta? It was a club in Atlanta called 112. I used to go to on Wednesday nights. It was ladies free. And that was my spot. Now, if I'm going to a club, but I didn't know this then because I was dumb. You know, I'm just going there to get something so I can knock it down, that I can hit it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hit it. That night, if preferably, the same night, if we can. But like now, me at this age, right? And I got my man right there. I'm not dealing with no dummies, man. I'm not dealing, no, I ain't. I ain't got time for that. 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 No, I ain't got time for that. No, go over there. Take that to my man over there. Go over there with him. He'll do that with you. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Everything got to be straight up and down like 6 o'clock. Everything got to be straight up and down like 6 o'clock. You understand? And you know, that's life. So don't let these and watch the niggas, right? Watch the dudes. Why I only got 40 life buttons, man? It's 90 of y'all in here.
And I was just finna say that too.
What you gonna say?
It's goddamn 88 of y'all in here, and we only got 41 life.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What is that? Where y'all get that from?
You understand? They put it on 49, sure. They jumped that joint up to 49 real quick since you told them. So, if you hanging around dudes and you in places where all dudes is talking about is bitches, hoes, and they ain't no good, this and that, and all that's fine because I've been there. And I've said it out of my mouth in my younger years. But I didn't have nobody. I didn't have nobody because I was scared to express myself. And that's probably the situation with these dudes. That's probably the exact same situation with these dudes. They ain't got nobody because they scared to express themselves. Right? And see, somebody just said how you get over the fear of cold approaching. How old are you, man? Shice Moolah, how old are you? Shice Moolah said, how do you get over the fear of cold approaching? And I ain't trying to embarrass you, Shice Moolah. I mean, I don't know if that's your real name or not, but it don't seem like it's a real name, but it may be. How old are you? How old are you? And this is just for illustrative purposes, right? I just want to illustrate something. Jersey Rich, what up? 32. Okay. Shout out to you, Shice Moolah. 32. I don't know if you're telling the truth. It's kind of, look at that elephant up there on that people's thing. You know, it's kind of hard to, my man got his post office hat on backwards delivering the mail. You know, you're 32, so that puts you being born in 1990. Right? Is that about right? Yeah, that's about right. Somewhere around there. 1991, 1992. If you telling the truth. You know. But listen, let me tell you something. So that means you got to be 15 years old around 2007, 2008, somewhere around in there. Nothing to hide, Sean. I'm keeping it a buck. Okay, Shice Moolah, I see you, baby. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. And I don't want to, I'm not trying to diss you, Shice Moolah, you understand? And I'm not trying to talk down on y'all, and I'm not trying to, you know, shine on nobody. But let me tell you something, man. You may see a girl in the laundromat or in the grocery store or in Walgreens or Publix or ShopRite, Kroger, the gas station, And when you see her, you just go into a trance, right? Because she looked that good. She looked that good to you. And that just may be the girl to float your boat and to put wind in your sail and make you great. And you may let yourself, through fear of rejection, talk yourself out of walking over to her and saying, yo, how are you? My name is Sean. I just had to come over and introduce myself to you because you look just that good. You understand? If you let fear talk you out of going over to her and expressing yourself to her, Sean, I'm gonna drop you right out. You jump, you going right on in.
All right.
Then I'm gonna go find somewhere to park and whatnot. But I ain't gonna be far. Then that's your fault. Then that's your fault.
Peace.
Leave that coat in here.
All right.
Listen. See, if you have a if that is where you at, you have a confidence issue. You have a lack of self-confidence. And I'm talking in Shice Moolah, you not by yourself. You not by yourself. It's a bunch of men out here like that. Bunch of them with beards and mustaches with gray hair in them. Ain't got no self-confidence. Iceman Stan 32 and he asking that is crazy. No, it ain't Iceman. You just may be Iceman Stan. You just may be further along than where he is, and that's okay. You know, it's because it's somebody that's further along than where you at. But that don't mean we can't catch up to where they at and even pass them up and have them chasing us. It's a bunch of men like that. Listen, the worst thing a honey could do, the worst thing that can happen to you is she rejects you. That's it. She says, no, thank you. I'm married, I have a boyfriend, or I'm not interested, I'm just getting out of a relationship or whatever. That's the worst thing that can happen. And when that happens, you don't say something is wrong with me. I don't say something's wrong with me because that woman rejected me. No. At that particular time, I see her at the laundromat at the grocery store. She could have just broke up with her boyfriend 4 days ago. She could have just got fired last week and is trying to fill out her unemployment. She's nervous about her life. She don't know how she's going to get another job. She could have just got into a fight with her mother. She could have just had an argument with a coworker, and I just happened to approach her at that particular time when she was already in a bad mood, right? So really, it had nothing to do with me. She was already in a bad spot, but I took my shot. I took my shot. I took my shot. My man Ant say, nah, he ain't alone. I'm right there with him. Sing, no shame in my game. Ain't no shame in the game. I've seen, listen, there was a time in my life. Shice Moolah, you ain't got to explain nothing. You ain't got to explain nothing, man. You ain't got to explain nothing. There was a time in my life where I was nervous about approaching a real fly honey who was gorgeous. I'd be like, man, oh shit, look at how pretty she is, man. And I'll talk myself right out of it. In my younger years. Don't happen no more. See, because my confidence in myself is honest, right? My confidence in myself is true. It's true. So I don't have no problem. Rejection doesn't bother me. It's a part of the game, right? Rejection is a part of the game. And the best thing I could do is take my chance. Because what can happen, and what can happen, Shice Moolah, is you see that honey at Chipotle, she's standing in line at Chipotle, and she bad. She banging. She's standing in line at Chipotle, and you say to yourself, man, this honey is bad. The best thing that can happen is you go over there, you step to her, and you say, listen, what you getting? Whatever you getting, I'm paying for. And you tell the lady behind the counter, the workers at Chipotle, say, yo, whatever she get, I'm buying. And you buy her something to eat right there. That's already the first date. That's already the first date. And she may be having a fucked up day. She may be having a horrible day. And that little gesture that you did may be enough to get her phone number, or you give her yours, and you never know. Later on down the line, she may end up being the mother of your children because you took a chance. You know, this is real life. Now, see, I'm 54 years old. I'll be 55 in 2 months. I became 18 years old in 1987. I started talking to girls when I was in junior high, sophomore in high school. So you're talking about 1984, 85. You know, there was no internet, there was no computers, there was no cell phones, there was no nothing. So when you saw a girl back in that day, you had to walk over to her and you had to ask her for her number. Mailman D. Thank you for your channel membership, Mailman D. So I come from a time period where I couldn't slide in your DM, you know, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. And I used to be a shy kid when I was in high school, and I was a shy kid, you know. But I knew that if I wanted some pussy, right, I had to go talk to her and get her number, right? And see, back then we had to call them. It was only the house phone. It was only the house phone. And when you call the house, her brother may answer the phone. Marco Polo, her brother may answer the phone. Hello? Can I speak to Keisha? Who this? Sean, what you want with her? That. Or her father may answer the phone. Hello? Yeah, how you doing? This is Sean. Can I speak to Lisa? She busy right now. Call back. Click. Or her mother. Anybody. You know, so you had to get through all of that. You had to go through all that just to get some pussy. And, you know, that's what it was. You can't be afraid to fail, man. You can't be afraid to fail. You know, you a man. Be a man. Men fail. I fail. I get rejected. I get told no. I get turned down. You know, everything that happened to you happened to me. Everything. You know, but you're going to make your world what you want it to be with your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So don't let these niggas fool you into saying, thinking that you a sucker because you like a girl. That's the dumbest shit in the world. These niggas don't be having no girls. All the niggas, how did all this shit get on my pants? All the niggas that talk all that junk. Yo, I ain't gonna never show no honey. I ain't gonna never show no honey. Like, man, don't you never tell no honey you like them, man. Treat them bad. Act like you don't care. All the niggas that do that, you know what they doing? They buy pussy. They buying pussy off of the internet. Right? That's the kind of girls they dealing with. Bitches that sell pussy. That's why they feel the way they feel. I don't want to buy no pussy. I want to talk her out her panties. I want to finesse. I want to goddamn use my charisma and my charm and my sense of humor and my intellect and my vocabulary and my good looks and my sex appeal and my conversation to get her pussy wet, I want to talk to her and turn on the charm to where she tell herself, I want to fuck him. I want to fuck this nigga. I'm going to get this nigga some of this pussy for free. That's how I like to do it. That's the way I think. You know what I'm saying? When you get it for free, it's better. Like, I don't go on OnlyFans. Or what are these sites where you could go and you could buy pussy? I don't do none of that. Nope. I'm gonna talk her out of her panties. Yes, I am. She gonna want to give it to me. You know why? Because I look good. Oh, back page? Yeah, I don't do none of that. No way. Nah, I ain't doing that. You know? So, this all my opinion. You ain't got to agree. Some may disagree, some may agree, some may not have no opinion, and that's okay. That's what makes the world go round. You know, but a man needs a woman, you know, and a woman needs a man. Those are the two species, man, the two genders, female and male. And through those two genders is how you procreate. That's how you create life. Now, if you don't want a family or you don't want children or whatever, then, hey. And not all relationships end up happily ever after. There go my nigga Jules OC. Mr. G, I'm dropping game. Rejection is a part of the success process. Jules OC, thank you, man. All the best to you, and stay safe wherever you at, man. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know where you at. And thank you for the support, man. The cash apps and the mentorship calls and all that. But that's it, man. That's a part of the game, man. That's a part of the game, man. Y'all, so now we come to the part I don't want to talk no more. I'm finished. We got to listen to some soul music because this is the podcast with soul. Montez, give me some soul music. I need some foundational Black American soul music from the 70s, man, to play to end this video, man. That's the way we always end this. Let me hook my other phone up because we got to end it right. Gap Band. We did the Gap Band the other day. I'm not going to do the Gap Band today. We got to do something else. Shout out to my nigga Jules OC. Jules OC, thank you for the PayPal joint, for the $20 PayPal joint. My man Jules OC, thank you, sir. Luther, Dancing Machine, Jackson 5. See, Montez is a member, man. So all my members get preferential treatment. Hey, Montez, I'm gonna play the extended version, man. I'm gonna play the extended version. Big Lou.
Watch the NFL.
Hey, Montez, Slovenia. Yo, tell them Slovenian honeys when I come over there, man, they already know what it is, man. Get ready.
She knows what she's doing. She's super bad now.
Hey.
She's here to really blow your mind.
Hey, man, listen. Listen, man. I love Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Love Michael Jackson my whole life. My whole life. I was a little boy, about 4 or 5 years old. I used to see him on TV. It wasn't even no black people on TV. Michael Jackson was one of the first, and the Jackson 5 was early on one of the niggas, the blacks on TV that made it possible for other blacks to get on TV. I love Michael Jackson. And I don't believe he molested no little boys. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't believe none of them lies, man. I don't believe none of them lies. Love Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson.
She knows what she's doing. She's super bad now. She's here to really blow your mind.
With Mike, nobody. I love Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson, man. No, love Michael Jackson. Everybody in the world love Michael Jackson. They killed Michael Jackson. Yes, they did. They killed him and took his catalog because he wouldn't sell it. They wanted him to sell it. He wouldn't sell it. That girl, he said, please, please. He said it to her twice. He talking to a girl. Mike wasn't gay. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Mike got plenty pussy, man. plenty pussy, man. He wasn't gay. Watch what he told that girl. He said, baby, please, please. Check him out. Michael Jackson, they said Michael Jackson, when girls would come to meet him or people would come to meet him, they would look at him and faint in front of his eyes when they just meeting him. That time, he told that girl, listen, y'all niggas front, man. Michael Jackson was expressing himself to this girl. He said, first time he told her, please, baby, twice. He said, baby, please, please. This time, he said it 3 times. Hey, please, please, get up out of here, man. Let me get up out of here, man. Let me get up out of here, man. Y'all got me all excited listening to this music. Listen, man. I'm talking about Michael Jackson, man. From Gary, Indiana, man. Took his whole family and put him on his back, and they ain't never had to worry about a mortgage or nothing ever again in life. You where I'm at? He said, look out, baby, because I'm coming back to where I should have always stayed. He telling that girl, man, I want to be where you at. Where you at?